the non-throwing shoulder, is it a big concern? And what happened exactly, and is it a big concern going into this week for you?
It's not a big concern. And, it's nothing that's going to keep me from playing in Saturday's game. I just kind of fell on it wrong, and the guy landed on top of it. Just kind of a sprain right now, but coaches and the athletic trainers thought it'd be, kind of cautious to maybe sit out today. So I'm not going to question them.
Is that tough for you as a pretty competitive guy to have to sit out a couple of practices, or will that be tough?
I hate not practicing. I hate not playing football.
When you look at it, Josh, again, it's one game against, you can say, maybe against the best defense you're going to face this season. What positives, I guess, do you take out of the game, and what things would you like to see get better, whether it's you or just the entire offense as you go into this game and even looking further ahead?
I didn't think anyone played bad. I thought we all played pretty okay. Coach Vegan keeps saying, okay, he's not going to cut it against a real good team like Iowa. But, being able to run and convert on 3rd and short, something that's critical to our game, staying on the field, controlling time of possession. Defense gave us plenty of chances. I'm talking about our defense with the 4 turnovers in the game, and they played extremely well. I was very, very excited to see them on the field and playing as well as they did. But, when it comes to our turn to, take the ball over, we got to take advantage of the opportunities that we have.
Coach said he was happy with the decisions that you made on the field. How do you feel about your decisions that you made?
I felt like for the most part I took what they were giving us. Late in the game we're down 24-3 and tried to force an out route to CJ that got picked off, and then the interception on the screen play. Guy was on the ground and kind of just popped up right where the ball was headed. Didn't even really see him. So that one's kind of just what happens when you play football. But for the most part, I think taking the smart play was pretty key in the game, and they were a really good tackling team. So even getting the ball up to the perimeter and trying to make a play just wasn't happening for us.
A lot of receivers in this game kind of getting their first action, guys like John and Dante, and just overall with the young guys and Avante as well. How do you think that they fared in their kind of first time on the stage there?
They fared well. As a group, we still got to continue to keep getting better. But I was very, happy for them, and Avante got his first catch, John got his first catch, I believe. But there's still some plays left out there that we need to make, and I have no doubt that there are plays that we can make and that we will make. Just unfortunate, to play a good team like Iowa and not come out and execute like we hope to do, because like I said, our defense put us in some really good positions, and especially early on in the game where we could have capitalized on some of their mistakes. But we got to continue to evolve and execute better.
Coach talked about maybe guys trying to create plays, and then there's that fine line about pressing. I guess how do you balance that about to create those big plays and those opportunities, yet not pressing too much and maybe forcing some things?
It's a tough distinguish. It's tough to distinguish the two things. You want to play within yourself, but when you're down a few touchdowns late in the game, and you want to make plays. And the key is not getting ourselves down in games when clock's running out pretty quickly, and you got some ground to make up. So as an offense, we've got to be better running the ball on 3rd and short and establishing a run game. And myself, I'm making the easy throws and the right throws. So collectively, we just have to get better.
I know usually it's practice day. You started looking at film of Gardner-Webb, and if so, do you have an early scout, at least from what you've seen from them defensively right now?
They're going to present a different challenge to us. They're a 3-down team, an Okie front. Most of the time, we started breaking down their last game film this Saturday, and they took a game on the chin, and I'm sure that it's not what they expected. It's not what we expected, and they're a good team, and we're not going to downplay this game. But at the same time, we're going to game plan accordingly and come out and play our game.
You get a chance to get a win, but it's going to be at home. So how do you feel just coming back to War Memorial and trying to get that win?
We were 6-0 here last year in the regular season, and should be a pretty good crowd. And I'm excited to be back in the War Memorial Stadium. Everyone gets to see the new facilities that are being built right now, and the atmosphere should just be great, and hopefully the young guys that are playing kind of feel that love from the crowd, and we can continue to make some plays.
When you've got a FCS game on the schedule and then a big team like Oregon behind them, how do you make sure that you only focus on this game this week?
That's pretty easy, and I don't think anybody's looking at Oregon right now. We're looking to get our first win of the season, go 1-0 each week, and Gardner-Webb's our complete focus this week.
You mentioned that they run a three-man front. You see 4 and 3-man fronts all the time, but for you and your crunching film, what's the biggest difference for you is going against a team with a 3-man front and a 4-man front? Is there a big difference? And I know every team's different, but how is that different for you when you're crunching film and analyzing?
Well, through spring ball and through fall camp, we're going against our own defense. We run a 4-front and play in Iowa, so that's really all that we've gotten up to this point in the last 9 to 10 months. It changes everything within run blocking, pass blocking, and different responsibilities on center protections and stuff like that. So, getting down and getting a good look from the scouts this week is going to be crucial.
Afterwards, did you do much of studying the Iowa tape afterwards, and was there anything that maybe surprised you or that you hadn't noticed when it happened?
Not really. They came out and had a really good game plan for our offense. I thought our 2 freshmen did a pretty good job at the offensive line positions. A couple mistakes here and there, but they're growing pains and they'll learn from it. But I was happy with how our line protected on regular downs. Yeah.